This is one of 12 new LEGO minifigures dressed as animals. And in this video, I'm trying to collect and unbox every single one. So normally, there's 1 or 2 characters per series cosplaying as some random food, vehicle, or animal. But for some reason, they made literally every figure in Series 28 wear a costume. I don't know why, but we're gonna find out whether it was worth it by opening the very first animal, which is the cat. Okay, I was wondering if there was gonna be a different color of base plate. The last themed series was the space series, and that one had this amazing starry night sky, so it's cool to see them keeping the theme going with this new lime color. And then for the figure itself, get this out of there, there's one big problem with the series, or at least a couple of them. Number 1 being they have incredibly boring legs. I'm gonna call it boring leg syndrome, because it's literally just white legs, and you do get this tail that covers the back of it, but the front is just boring. They could have given her like little kitty cat claws or something, I don't know. The torso is very fun. It has a little bit of fur on there, nothing on the arms, no hands. Okay, this is very fun. I'm like going back and forth, boring, fun, boring. The head is absolutely, I mean, okay, it's kind of both. I like the little mole there. She's got a very mischievous cat face, and then she's sleeping. That's the 2 modes that cats have, mischief and sleep. And then this new molded hat piece is perfection. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's amazing. We've got this cat costume hat that covers more of the face, but doesn't go all the way down. And then this one wasn't even really tried. It just has cat ears and painted on whiskers. So this is definitely the most accurate cat hat we've gotten so far. Little tufts of fur, the ears, the little pink nose. It reminds me of this white fluffy cat that came in this Series 27 minifigure, even down to the ears, nose, and fluff. And she even comes with the exact same pink yarn ball piece that this guy has. Many of you probably know that I promised to make a video with 100 LEGO cats. I still haven't done that yet, but this is yet another one to our totals. I can imagine some storyline where this guy's cat like turns into a human or vice versa, but I'm going to up the ante an insane degree. If this video that you're watching right now gets 100,000 likes, I will make a video with 100 of every animal in this series. And while that idea may make sense for dogs or cats, it will get increasingly more ridiculous as we go on. So like the video if you want to see me suffer, and we're gonna move on to the next minifigure. I keep knocking them down. We're not gonna fix that. We're gonna open up to the Peacock. Or what is it called? Hulu Plus or Max Now? Something like that. One of those streaming services. It's a bright and beautiful bird. Oh wait, they've definitely used this face before. I gathered some other animal costume figures so I could easily make comparisons. I didn't expect to make comparisons about the face. That's literally the same face except it doesn't have the little mole, but that's all right. Oh wait, the mole was a speck of dust. Okay, this is the same. They've even got the same alternate face, but whatever. The rest of this figure is amazingly colorful and fun, including this cool feathered headpiece with his little head ball things. This incredible printed tail piece that's a really smart reuse of the turkey tail from Series 23. It honestly makes me wish this was printed now. And then these cool feathery blue arms that we've seen in chickens, turkeys, road runners, and another one coming up that actually has printing on its wings for the very first time. That's exciting. And I'm also excited to see this sunflower piece for the very first time. He can't actually hold this because the wings don't have stud connections, but we'll kind of just build it right next to his feet. There we go. It's a little garden scene. That's lovely. What's not lovely is the wild goose chase or wild peacock chase I have to go through every single time I want to get these minifigures. They don't have them at my local stores on day 1, so I have to drive for over an hour to get to my nearest LEGO store, Dolphins by the way, wait in line for up to an hour, and then scan and or weigh every single box until I find all 12, and then there's a 5 per person buying limit. They didn't have the sign there this time, so I didn't think it still applied, but yes, they told me that it definitely does still apply. So I went through and got 5, my wife went through and got 5, and then we went back there and got the rest of them. It's a whole thing, but I have some exciting news. This is an amazing piece. I applied for the LEGO Ambassador Network, which is this cool program that sends online creators sets early so they can make content out of it. So I sent in my YouTube analytics as proof of the millions of views of free advertising I give LEGO every month, and they rejected me. My channel was apparently not good enough for them. It's actually really funny. I got the template rejection email the literal day my main channel hit 1 million subscribers. So I'm gonna work really hard to hit 2 million subscribers, and maybe LEGO will accept me then. But that just means I get to go on all these journeys and figure out all the hoops I need to jump through to get these all day 1, just like anyone else. And hopefully that just makes my content more relatable, because I didn't get these for free. These are my true, honest opinions. I got these with my own blood, sweat, tears, and money, in that order. And we should probably actually talk about this Dolphin minifigure that I've just been holding absent-mindedly while telling my story. I really like it. It has incredibly boring leg syndrome as normal, but then it has these amazing fin arms. We got the bird arms and then we got the fish arms. I think these were first introduced in a shark minifigure that I don't actually have, and then they also come in this penguin minifigure that I do have, but I can't find. The torso is kind of boring too. I don't know what else they would have done because that definitely looks like a dolphin belly, but the real magic is this amazing headpiece. So I thought at first it would be a separate head and then like a neck attachment for the fin, but no, it's one big piece that just looks like a dolphin from the top. This is dolphinately amazing. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe that's why Land rejected me, but I do want to try like having this like floating in the water. You can imagine it being like a shark attack and then all the swimmers get scared and then, oh, it's just a dolphin. She's the exact same color as this LEGO Friends dolphin and has this mermaid minifigure tail. I don't know where her head went, but I have to see if this works. We take her boring legs off. Can we have two tails or they kind of conflict with each other? They kind of conflict with each other. That's a little disappointing. Maybe if she had a really tall head, like if we put this on there, will the dolphin fit on that? Okay. This is a lost cause. But you get the vision. But then her alternate face has lovely little sunglasses, which looks suspiciously familiar to this Paradisa minifigure. I don't know why they keep doing this. Is the back the same? It is. Why? 2 out of 3 minifigures so far, and for all I know, this is also a reuse. Why? All of the budget for this series must have gone to the admittedly amazing head molds, because the legs are nothing to write home about. The shirts are 50-50, and then the faces aren't even new. What are we doing here? We're opening the next figure. Wait, I didn't even show you the pearl. I'm sorry, this is a cool clam piece, and they have this opalescent kind of, what is that called? Many-faceted jewel thing? I've used them in this white color before, but they kind of blend in with the clam, so this new blue color is amazing. And then, yeah, the clam itself can close. It has a little clasp, so can a normal minifigure, like, hold this in their hands? This one doesn't have normal hands. This one doesn't have normal hands. Can you hold this clam? Technically, yes. I don't know if they're supposed to, but then they also have a stud attachment on the bottom so they can hold it that way. I'm having mixed feelings about this series so far. Or by the way, 100 LEGO peacocks, or we'll probably just do 100 birds, and then 100 dolphins and or fish. That might be happening. But what's also happening is I hope I don't knock them down. I knocked them down. Okay, we're gonna open the next one. The lion, 100 LEGO lions. Okay, the lion is technically a cat, so I could use this in that one too. But I adore the colors on this one. They could have just gone for a normal, like realistic lion colors like this LEGO lion where it has the tan fur and then the brown mane. But that would look really boring and I guess blend in with another tan figure coming up. So the fact that they went with this burnt orange and dark red color scheme, like this Creator 3-in-1 from a few years ago, exquisite. Is it just me or is his nose like slightly crooked? And that's not like a production error. I think it might have been an intentional design as like kind of showing the snark that he has. Can anyone see what I'm seeing? Anyways, we've got some leg action here. We have 3 toenails on each of his toes. That is something. They're not incredibly boring. But then this mane is just like worth the $5 on its own. It's so detailed with all these luscious locks of fur. And then this tail also has fur on it. Of course, I forgot to put it on. You just sandwich it in between the legs and torso like that. Wow, it has a lot of attitude. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm the king of the jungle. Yeah, he has a chicken leg. That's kind of fun. Very prideful. He's like the main event. And then the back of his face, oh, that's new. I love it. It's new. He's got freckles like whiskers and then he's roaring. I'm not lying when I say that this figure single-handedly has saved the video. We're a third of the way done and it can only go up from here or down. But hopefully up. We're gonna see what the 5th figure is. It's 100 LEGO frogs. I actually will do that one. This is the frog minifigure, which I think might be the most popular figure. When I was scanning them, a guy came in, or he was waiting in line and said, hey, if you have any extra frogs, I'll take one. And I literally had just scanned my second frog, so I immediately gave it to him. That was amazing. But look at this guy. Oh, he's got okay, dual molded legs and leg printing and toe printing. Wow, and arm printing. This is the most fancy one we've got so far. The head is maybe not as special as maybe some of these other ones, but it's still really cool. His lime color scheme reminds me a lot of Kermit the Frog. This is amazing. Wow, you could make like a custom, I don't know why you would make a custom Kermit, but I guess if you missed the Muppet series and you really want a Kermit, now is your chance to be a big shot. It's also your chance to make a custom Frogman from DC. I had never heard of this guy before the series was revealed, but a lot of people in my Discord server were talking about it. So I've got this Scorpion minifigure, which I think is from Marvel, so that's excellent. And you can kind of just put it on like that. And we've got a custom Frogman. There's probably better legs and definitely a better head for that. But you know, this is great for now. What's Frogman's power? Is he a villain or a hero? I don't even know. Please enlighten me in the comments. But we'll put the true Frogman's hat back on. What's that dual molded face? He's blowing bubbles with the new bubble. Wait, okay, so this isn't new. It's a new print on this thing, which is amazing. Little thing of bubbles with a lid. And then he gets this bubble blowing wand piece, whatever that's called, with this, another opalescent shiny piece, but it's a bubble shape. I've never seen one of these before, but it has a stud connection on the side, so you can just kind of put it like that. And it looks like he's blowing a bubble out of the wand. This is amazing. And when it's, you can even get an extra one. When there's no bubble on it, it looks like it has the hole in it. So, okay, the lion has competition. The frog has just become my favorite figure so far. Half Asleep Chris is gonna go nuts. Oh, he's got back printing as well. Okay, nope, that definitely the favorite. This next one's not even gonna count. It is going to be monkey, never mind. Okay, it keeps getting better. I cannot wait to do 100 Lego monkeys. Please like the video. I actually want to do that one. I don't care about 100 dolphins, but 100 monkeys? Yes, please. I'd go bananas for that. Oh. Boring legs, it does have monkey toes. I don't care. Boring torso, although it's got a monkey belly. I don't care. Cool monkey tail? Yes. But look at this. He's got a band-aid from all his monkey battles. Oh, and his monkey tongue. Oh, you gotta get the monkey tongue. Literally no one will get this reference. But then this monkey mask, it's just like the pinnacle of what LEGO is as a company. I love LEGO monkeys. I've loved them since the very first one with the little weird scrungly face. One of my favorite collectible minifigures of all time is the gorilla from series 3. I love the style of this mask where it's just the eye holes and you can see the guy sweating underneath. This is a true mascot. These ones are fun. They definitely maybe feel more LEGO-like because you can see the LEGO minifigure inside, but you definitely couldn't confuse them with the animal like you maybe could for this one. But I've got a solution for that. If you've got a plain black minifigure head like the ones that Stormtroopers used to come with, you can just put that on the minifigure and have the monkey be screaming. He's going nuts. He's going bananas even. You got a screaming cat, screaming peacock, screaming dolphin that's still quite happy, screaming lion, and screaming frog. But you can also use this piece from the Series 22 space creature to make it so it's a little happy tongue in there. Oh, that's cute. Aw, these are genuinely adorable. I think my favorite one is the frog. I'll test both of these heads with the rest of the figures at the end of the video, along with this incredibly creepy head from LEGO Atlantis. I think that'll be an interesting sight to behold. Also, if you leave a comment down below giving a name to one of these figures, it might be in a future video. I know some people like to leave all 12 in one comment, but that's actually very hard for me to screenshot, so if you could leave separate comments for each one, that would be great. But now that we're officially halfway through the series, we've unlocked the ability to view the spoiler sheet. I don't like showing this too soon because it kind of spoils all of the figures in this series, but as a little halfway checkpoint, you can see the ones that we've got so far and the ones that we've still got to go, with some instructions for like the sunflower and the bubbles that I had to figure out on my own. But we're gonna figure out what's in this next box, number 7, which is animal the parrot. Okay, I was just looking at the thing on the sheet where it's like, what am I doing with the capes? Capes, sorry. We're gonna have to figure that out. Let's start with that right away. So there's 2 little waist capes. Oh, they're little different sizes of tail capes. That's incredible. Then we put on these dual molded legs. Okay, hold on. Let me do this right. Blue first, then red. It sounds like a kindergarten project, but I definitely would have gotten this wrong if it wasn't for the instructions. And then this glorious macaw-colored torso there, sandwiching them in. You can see a slight little line of blue there, a little bit sad. But then this tail is worth it. Maybe they could have done it like a molded piece, like the monkey tail, or the dolphin tail, or the peacock tail, the cat tail. But at least this is unique, I'll say. What's also unique, hopefully, is the head. It looks kind of similar to, I was going to show this earlier, so this is from Series 21, the first series before the big 22, and I added it to my little prep pile because I was going to compare it to this one because they're kind of the same color, teal, fancy peacock colors, and I always thought this one looked like Pave from Animal Crossing, who is a peacock who celebrates on New Year's. Wait, does he celebrate New Year's? No, Carnival. Either way, Happy New Year, Happy Carnival. Happy whatever it is when you're watching this. But for a moment there, I thought her little colored eyeshadow was the same as this lady's colored eyeshadow. But this colored, okay, it's the same expression, but at least this one has the coolest shiny pink one, and this one's just boring blue. So it's kind of a downgrade, to be honest. But it's unique, which I appreciate. And what's also unique is this amazing head mold. Okay, she's getting ready to strut her stuff. She's got the different colored tail feathers, wing feathers, face feathers, technically, if you count these little black line as feathers. This is amazing. And then she comes with a box of cereal, snack boxes. Okay, that's probably bird seed, but I'm gonna call it cereal. It's a new, like, healthy, organic brand of cereal called Snack snack box. Like, you could just imagine a parrot being a mascot of some cereal brand. And not to keep going back to the peacock, but I did notice one more thing while I was turning around and showing his tail. I noticed that this torso is the exact same on the front and on the back. And normally I might complain about this, but that's actually really cool because these bird wing arms, which I can kind of take off to show you, yeah, they are perfectly symmetrical as well, which means that it doesn't matter which way you put it on the legs. I can't mess this up because it looks the exact same. Meanwhile, the parrot does not have that for some reason. The chicken from series 9 was, I believe, the first one to do this. It just had no printing on the front and back and then symmetrical wings. So it's really cool to see it come full circle with another one of its avian amigos. We've got quite the squad of birds now, and the only thing I don't like about the parrot is that not only can it not hold the back box of cereal with its wings, it can't also stand on it because its wings are wider than the thing. Wait, can you make the wings? No, this is as high as the wings go. So if you try to stand around the box, it just falls off. I can either put it like this, which covers a cool printed wing, or like this, which you can't even see the cereal box anymore. So we'll just have it hanging off the side like this, I guess. But one thing I really want to know is if the next figure will have anything hanging off the side like that, because it is the bunny rabbit. I think specifically the Easter bunny. It's got medium bendable legs. I always love to get those for different height variation. This torso, which, hold on. Series 20 came with this awesome llama minifigure and has a suspiciously similar torso. I don't know what you would have done differently because it's just a tan furry creature, but I don't know. At the very least, the white printing on this is a lot more opaque than this one. We've got her winking little face there, freckles that look similar. I can't place exactly where this might have been from, so I'm just gonna hope it's unique, hope for the best. Never mind, apparently I should have given LEGO the benefit of the doubt because they used it literally one series ago in the Astronomer Girl. What are we doing here? And then the greatest part of this figure is this head with the little floppy rabbit ear. Does it have a rabbit tail? It has a rabbit tail, okay. Llama didn't have a rabbit tail, it has a zipper, which I actually would be very cool to make zipper from Animal Crossing in LEGO, but that's okay. Maybe, hopefully someday we'll get an actual LEGO zipper. She comes with an Easter basket and a cool painted Easter egg, which you can either put inside the basket. It actually fits there pretty nice, and because this is rubbery, it doesn't fall out because it has friction, or I think she's meant to just hold it in her hand. We got our first bunny minifigure in series 7, as well as Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh and Bugs Bunny. We're already 4% of the way there to 100 LEGO rabbits. All I need is the Nesquik rabbit with the creepy face underneath and 95 more rabbits, but they can multiply pretty easily. I'm not worried about it. Personally, I would much rather celebrate that Jesus Christ is risen on Easter than caring about whatever this rodent thinks, or Lagmorth, sorry. But it is still a pretty good minifigure. And they definitely nailed the Easter coloring on these packaging. I love the little paw prints and frog prints and stuff on there. The blue and green pastel colors. That's something else, but the next figure is probably likely also something else. Goldfish Guppy Man! I never know what will come out of my mouth until I see each figure. What did I say? Goldfish Guppy Man? We've got another incredible headpiece, dual molded with Bud dark orange. Oh, golden, scaly, shiny printed on that. The eyes are on very opposite sides of his head. I almost thought he had two heads for a second. This is, well, we could put this on the head. I am going to. This is a little box of fish food. It looks like there's always a bigger fish. The fish ate the fish. Anyways, no, sorry. This is what we should, okay, hold on. I'd recognize this face anywhere. I know my LEGO mushroom minifigures when I see them. Minus points for that. I do not appreciate the lazy reuse, but I do appreciate the incredible, this probably cost them so much to develop that they're just like, oh, we can't spend any more money on a new face. Just throw in the mushroom girl. No one's gonna care. I care, all right? But the rest of this figure is very fun, and I think makes up for it. We've got more of these flippers that the Dolphin had, this time in that new reddish orange color. Scales even on the back. They didn't need to do that. You can't even see the back. Yet another thing where you could probably just remove the minifigure from the equation, and then it just looks like a fish that you could put in your $500 fish tank with no glass. And then this is another one where it can't hold the accessory it comes with, but you get a little cute little fish food thing too. It could have come with a fish bowl using another minifigure head like Pinocchio has, but I guess they didn't want to think of the ethical implications of like, oh, what if a fish is owning another fish? And this is just like, this is food for the fish if it really wants to like sell the role play. Anyways, I'm looking forward to testing these teeth in that thing. I'm not looking forward to 100 LEGO fish, but a promise is a promise, and I do not think you'll get 100,000 likes on this anyways. The most these have ever gotten on the second channel is like 10,000. Speaking of 10,000, this is the LEGO Dalmatian minifigure, and I have a bit of a history with LEGO Dalmatians. Oh, I saw some people online making fun of this face print. He's panting, but he's also sweating. Actually, that's a funny metaphor because this is a human, and humans sweat, but dogs pant with their tongues. So speaking of pants, it's got spots all the way on the side of its legs. I guess none on the toes, front of the legs, side of the arms, and on the back. It's got spots on the back. It even looks like a little paw print on his back. And then spots all the way around his cool head thing. What does he look like that? There we go. He comes with this actually super high quality printed frisbee with this logo that showed up on a lot of LEGO's athletic minifigures. It's really cool world building that they do that connects them all together. But here's the thing. I have a bit of a history with collecting LEGO Dalmatians. This is the one that came with a Cruella de Vil minifigure. Normally minifigures cost $5, and I was able to find this one for $3.50 on Bricklink because it's just the accessory. So I literally bought 101 LEGO Dalmatians. It cost me $350, but it was worth it for the sheer absurdity. Plus I've used them in a ton of different videos, including now this one. That was the side accessory, and it still cost me $3.50 per. This is the entire figure, which costs $5, and I've got a really dumb idea, but I want to buy 101 of these things, so I'm looking at $505. Ugh, I'm making this face at the price tag there, but I'm gonna do it. You don't even have to like the video if you want to see that video. It's gonna happen. I had to go through the line 3 times because there's 12 figures and you can only get 5 per time. So I was like, I'm not gonna get 2 the last time. I'm gonna scalp 3 more Dalmatians, and so now I have 4 out of 101. We're almost halfway there. If anyone out there is selling 97 of these Dalmatians for cheap, send me an email because I'd actually be interested. But another reason that a lot of people are interested in this figure is because you can use it to improve the Spot minifigure from the Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse set. Unfortunately, this guy who's supposed to be literally covered in spots, that's his whole thing, doesn't have any spots on the side of his arms. You couldn't even tell if there's a spot if you're just looking at it from the side. Or the side of his legs. He at least has spots on the back. But a lot of people have noticed that these Dalmatian arms have spots very similar to what the spot should have on his arms. So if you perform a slight amputation, you can pop it into the spot to directly upgrade him. Obviously you need to change out his hands, but that looks so much better. Technically you could do this before with this bluey Dalmatian minifigure, who I think her name is Chloe, except her arms are very like splotchy. They don't feel like the right shape or size for what Spot's got going on there, so this one is definitely better. This group photo goes unbelievably hard. But yeah, it seems quite a few people only care about this series to make custom superhero minifigures. So unfortunately, I might have some competition with other people buying Dalmatians specifically for that. So hopefully I can still find 101 of them. But I might actually have to do 101 of this next figure. I've torn the front of it completely off. That's wonderful. Penultimate figure, second to the last, and I can't even get into it. It's the Alligator. Feels like an alligator mauled this box, but this is an amazing minifigure. It is. I was so curious. I was wondering if this piece was going to be one piece like the Dolphin or the Goldfish, or a separate head and tail piece like they did with this monster minifigure from series 5. That guy had its head completely separate, and then its tail was connected at its neck. Super cool design, but this is equally cool, although I wish the little spinies on the back were printed. A torso and legs very reminiscent of the 3 dinosaur minifigures we've gotten. I remember saying in my 27 unboxing that I did not want a dinosaur taking up the animal slot in the next series, and I guess I didn't have to worry about that because they're all animal slots, and this isn't technically a dinosaur, but I think it's close enough. Funny story, I made this olive green Triceratops a lot more colorful on the thumbnail of my dinosaur skyscraper, and people were not a fan of that. But then a content farm stole that video and made the saturation even brighter, and now this one basically looks like that. But anyways, we'll just add the head, which seems very familiar, but I could not find any of my other minifigures that had that piece. Add the glorious hat piece on. That is fantastic. Little smile crocodile. Is this a crocodile or an alligator? I don't think his teeth are like anatomically correct for either one of them. But then I'm pretty sure this minifigure is a reference to the mobile game called Where's My Water, because it comes with this inner tube piece, which I've never seen before. It's really cool. You can have a minifigure holding it on this end, and then for a normal human, do I have any normal humans next to me? We've got this guy. We can stick it on there. and then he can be saved from drowning, so it's great. But yeah, it's dual molded to be white and then transparent pink. Very fancy. This and the rubber ducky makes me think it's a reference to Where's My Water, the old mobile game from like 2012 or something, where an alligator would be trying to take a bath. I looked for my Lego bathtub for like 20 minutes. I could not find it. But then you collect rubber duckies and little items like life preservers in it. It's definitely a reference. I guess we got Angry Birds, Where's My Water, Cut the Rope, Obnom's basically a frog. All sorts of fun references. But will the final animal costume minifigure of the video be a reference to some mobile game from 10 years ago? There's only one way to find out. It is the Koala. I actually forgot what that was gonna be. Excellent. We've got some more medium legs here. What kind of face do we got? Okay, hold on. When I went to the Lego store to buy all the figures, I also did a build a minifig thing where you can build 3 random minifigures for the 3rd channel. And I found this is a kind of a spoiler for that video, by the way, this interesting little piece there. It seems they have reused it once again, and I guess I don't know which came first. This is kind of a chicken before the egg scenario. I'm gonna give Lego the benefit of the doubt and say that they did this first and then just reused that head on the build a minifig station. But if anyone has evidence to the contrary, I'm gonna be quite upset. But I'm not upset that the koala comes with a boomerang. That is the perfect accessory for this guy. Does he have to come with a little koala tail? No, that's kind of sad. But the boomerang is exciting, as well as this little eucalyptus leaf. And if you know me, he's not gonna be holding the eucalyptus leaf. One of my favorite parts about the original koala is that the clip in his hands can hold more than just eucalyptus. They can hold a gun. And so this guy absolutely needs to be locked and loaded as well. This would be terrifying to come upon in the forest. My 100 Lego koalas video will just be building up the koala military. That is an absolutely wild sentence out of context, but this is a wild, wacky, and fun CMF series that I absolutely adore. I think some people are gonna love this one, others are gonna hate it, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I think they could have and should have done a lot of these figures better, but overall I am glad they tried this concept because it gives me a lot of fun ideas for videos. You can watch those videos here when they're finished, or I've got over a dozen other unboxings just like this with figures I bought myself. And remember to leave a like if you want 100 Lego alligators, I guess.